Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Sig Sauer Tango4 1:4x24. This is a fantastic LPVO. It's got very clear glass, a very nice reticle. This particular one has the Horseshoe 556 reticle with ballistic drop compensation, and it comes in at a pretty decent price for Sig LPVOs that can get extremely expensive. This one's coming in around that $400 price point. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some rounds down range at my target, which is set up at 100 yards. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the tech specs and the different features that we've got going on here. So let's go ahead and get to it. This channel is proud to be supported by the USCCA. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association helps responsible Americans like you prepare for what happens before, during, and after an act of lawful self-defense. USCCA members get life-saving education, expert training, plus defense liability insurance. These benefits provide more than 500,000 USCCA members with the peace of mind that they deserve. Plus, a USCCA membership is always risk-free with their 100% money-back, bulletproof guarantee. Membership is truly an investment worth exploring. Click the most important link you might click ever down below and activate your U.S. Concealed Carry Association membership now. Okay, so the Sig Sauer Tango4 1:4x24. This is kind of on the low end of what you can get in an LPVO these days. LPVOs used to be 1:4s and some 1:6s. Then they went to 1:8s, and now with like the Vortex and the Swamp Fox, we even have 1:10s. So is the 1:4 still irrelevant? Well, yeah, I say it is still relevant. As a matter of fact, with the clear glass that you get in here and the reticle, you can stretch out as far as the effective range of a 5.56 will allow you. So let's say the effective range of a 5.56 is 500 yards. Easily on 4 power, you can hit your target at 500 yards. I don't see a problem with that. I mean, there's plenty of guys out there who still use, you know, flip-up sights or iron sights and are able to hit past that. So with 4 power magnification, it brings your target in just enough where you can still see it at that effective range. So it's definitely better if you're shooting, let's say, out to 200 yards, even 300 yards. But can you reach further than that? Yeah, definitely. Now, this optic was sent to the channel by Optics Planet for me to be able to test out and review for you, which also means you can use my discount code. If you guys want discount codes to stuff like this, all you have to do is check out my website, which is thedailyshooter.com. And on my website, on the very top, I have links and codes. You'll be able to find all of my links and discount codes to all the different stuff that I review. If you guys are interested, that'll save you a little bit of money. But let's go ahead and do a little bit more shooting here. Now, the scope does have a lot of different brightness settings, so we have 8 different daylight bright settings. Now, when I say daylight bright, what I mean is they're not night vision compatible settings. There are 2 night vision compatible settings. So we have setting 1 and then an off position, which is nice and off position in between each of the brightness settings. And then we have night vision setting 2, which is going to be just slightly brighter. And then we have positions 1 through 8 in order to get you the brightness level that you're looking for. So 1 through, let's say, 5, I think are good for indoors or nighttime when you're not using night vision. And then 6 through 8 are going to be perfect for situations like this, where we're out, it's in the bright sunlight, you know, there's red, brown, dirt all around us. And so you need that extra contrast. If I'm dialed all the way up to 8 power and I take this optic and I look down at my target, I do get a red impression against it. It's not super bright. It's not like you're, you know, it's just, you know, like this huge red laser or anything like that, but you do get red contrast against some of your darker targets. So it is daylight bright. Now, the turrets on the Tango 4 are really nice. They're extremely low profile, as you can see right here. They have nice knurling on them. You can see all of your little hash marks and the numbers. It's easy to read. You know, it's just a great turret, especially if you need to lift your head to get a better idea of what's going on in front of you. And that includes with the cap on. I'm sure you guys saw it before, but with the cap on, the cap doesn't really raise it up that much. So it's still nice and out of the way. And that's going to be the same for both sides. So both the top and the right side of the optic are going to have these low profile turrets. Again, it's 1/2 MOA click adjustments. You can see your hash marks very easily. There's a little dot on the shooter side, so on the ocular side of the optic itself, and you can go ahead, you can line up that dot, and you can reset the 0 on this thing. Put your cap back on, and you're good to go. So everything's very simple, very easy to use. You know, obviously we have our brightness adjustment right there and our windage and elevation turrets. Now, this has a 30mm body. 30mm bodies are fantastic. I kind of really started to prefer 30mm even over an inch about 2 years ago when I started using them more and more. They allow a lot of light. This is a very clear optic. It allows for excellent color correction. So what you see through the optic is going to be the same color as what you see with your naked eye. Whereas some optics, they kind of distort the color a little bit. You don't get that with this optic right here. Everything looks true, and the glass is very clean. Edge to edge clarity. There's no bend at the end of the glass where you would see any type of distortion or anything like that. So great color, great clarity, and excellent light transmission. Now, the Sig Tango4 is a nice optic in the fact that it's more affordable, obviously, than some others that are out there. But at the same time, it could be something that's used by law enforcement, by professional security, by plinkers, just your average range guy. You know, it's one of those things where it's a great name brand optic that has that reputation and also has that warranty that backs it up, but at the same time, it's not going to bust your wallet open. So again, this is my review of the Sig Sauer Tango4 1:4x24. Absolutely worth the money, worth every penny if you ask me.